everybody. So this is Robert. Actually, this was not going to be what I was going to do today. I was going to do something entirely different. But, what this is really becoming, I guess, is more like an audio journal of what's going on with things inside the jail, or just my journey in the jail, whatever you want to say. But something happened yesterday, and I'm putting it out there to protect myself. For content, and you can say whatever, but also mainly it's chronicling what's going on, and I think it's going to be valuable in the future should I get moved, retaliated against, or whatever, and that's the truth. Okay, so yesterday at 3:01 p.m., I was using the bathroom to urinate, and gross amounts of blood came out of me once again. So to back up, I have recurring bladder cancer, 24 reoccurrences so far. The last 2 reoccurrences went in my bladder wall. This one went deeper, so I was having blood issues prior. And then on Monday, I was dragged down the stairs by staff, and I'll go ahead and get into that. But to start off with, I want to say that my bladder appears to be ruptured, and I'll go ahead and get into it in my course of action that I'm taking. So I am currently a federal prisoner being held in the Washington County Detention Center under the authority of the US Marshals, okay? So I need to make that clear. So the feds contract their inmates, or the marshals, the feds, I guess, well, the Marshal Service contracts services from county jails across the country to house federal inmates, all right? Most recently, last year, down in Sebastian County, the feds cut that contract because of all the stuff that was going on in jail. This jail, not much better, but I'm not criticizing the staff per se or anything, or the marshals' decision to house people here. I don't. By the way, before I go any further, let me tell you something. Marshals are some of the most professional people ever. If anybody gets arrested or in trouble by the Marshal Service, the marshals are the guys. I want to make that clear, okay? I have nothing at all against any U.S. Marshal. They are very professional, great guys, and I'm pro-Marshal Service when it comes in that aspect, okay? So anything that I'm about to say about the course of action of the suit should not be taken against any one individual. It's about the system. So here it is. I was taken to jail on Friday, February the 2nd, pursuant to a warrant by Judge Timothy L. Brooks. I was taken into custody. The following Monday, I had a court date for a final revocation hearing for supervised release. Okay, so that was on Monday morning. At 5 a.m., an officer comes around and asks me if I want a court shave. Apparently, Judge Brooks has given an order that all federal inmates are allowed to have a court shave prior to court, okay? I want to make that clear. Now, officer comes around at 5 a.m. last Monday, court shave, no problem. I run a razor across my face first, my head second, boom, done, get sent to court. There was an emergency at the courtroom. For whatever reason, my court date was rescheduled for Monday. Okay, so enter Monday. Sunday night comes around. I heard nothing about a court shave. I asked an officer, and yes, I know his name, but I don't want to do that right now. Did I have a court shave? He said he'll check. He knew my last name. He then proceeded to call me Razzo like 3 different times, just being a prick. But whatever. He's a young kid. He's probably picked on in school, and I'm not just saying that. But nevertheless, that's what happened. 5 a.m. rolls around. He's yelling Razzo in the day room. Again, he knows my last name's Rosso. I walk downstairs. He said, "Come here, open the door to the unit, walk outside, door closes, and there's an inmate with a pair of clippers in his hand, and he says, this is how it's going to be. If you want a court shave, you cannot shave your head. We have to shave your face first, complete goatee, facial hair, then you can have a razor, and then and only then can you shave your face, but you can't touch your hair with the razor." And I'm like, where's this coming from? What are you talking about? Last week, I just had a court shave. What are you doing? So he said, and I said, go check with your supervisor. Did, came back, said the same thing. And by the way, camera on the whole time. Watch me. This is very important for everybody. Marshals, deputies, cameras on. So there's a lot of footage of this, okay? Judges, whoever, my attorney. So at that point, they bring me back out again. Says the supervisor said that what he told me earlier stands. And I said, well, I'm refusing. Camera went off at one point, and he said, we can hold you down and shave your face. That was basically bottom line. That was the clicking point for me. I'm glad that I took anger management. In federal prison, I actually used some of the tools that they taught, which is a camera check, and I immediately said, I'm refusing. And he said, you're refusing court shave? I said, no, I'm refusing court. And I thought of instantly peaceful protest, no bullshit. And anyway, so he said a few words. He was gone. That shift was off. 6 a.m. rolls around. New shift comes on. New guard. And I say, listen, I just want you to know. And he said, Rosso, I can't give you a court. I can't give you a razor. They told me what's going on. I'm not allowed to. And I said, okay, listen, here's the deal. I'm refusing court. He says, well, you know you can't. I said, I'm refusing court. Nevertheless, let everybody know I'm not going to be swinging. I'm not going to be punching, kicking, whatever. But you guys are taking me to court because I know you're going to take me, but you guys are going to drag me out of here. That's exactly what I said. And he goes, over what? And I said, over a razor. I'm making a point because this is freaking stupid. Anyway, some people might think I'm stupid, childish, whatever. I don't care. I have no regrets, except I'm having medical issues, and I'll get to that now. So 3 officers come in, female deputy, a white male, young, and a Marshallese male, young. Rosso, come get it. I then put my arms in. These are all on camera, by the way. Everybody had body cameras, all the cops, or the staff. They then proceed to take me off the bunk. I have a bottom bunk on the 2nd floor, by the way. So they pulled me off the bunk. I did not. They were almost trying to say that I was gonna hit, that would have been assault on my part, and I did not. And I said that I am peacefully. Go ahead and drag me down. I'm peacefully going to do this, blah, blah, blah. However I worded it, that's what happened. They then proceeded to take me down, drug me down the stairs. First, it was by the feet, okay? The female deputy quickly realizes what was going on was illegal. She makes she does the hand to the neck, does the waving no, and she actually said this isn't legal. Okay, but at that time I had already been pulled down the stairs. I'm going to say about 6 stairs. That's pulling my feet, buttocks, boom, 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 down each time. Okay, get to court. I go down to court. Oh, they drag me out. They get a wheelchair, which I suggested to them. They get a wheelchair. They brought me to the van. I go to court. When I go to court, I'm in the federal holding tank. Immediately have to go to the bathroom, gross amounts of blood. On the walls of the federal holding cell, what it says is, if there's a medical emergency, contact the guard. There's a little button you can't push, but I'm inside the caged area. I couldn't do it. For an hour and 15 minutes, I walked back and forth, waving my hands in the air, trying to get somebody's attention, yelling for the marshals. I got none. There was large amounts of blood all over the toilet. Actually, the hemorrhaging, the scabs, whatever you want to say, came out, actually hit the wall. Not the toilet bowl, the first time. Then I got a cup. On the second one, I showed the marshals. I had on camera, I made them sure I'm going to the bathroom. The second time, I peed in a styrofoam cup. That cup, you couldn't even tell there was urine in it. Okay, so this is all acknowledged in court. Judge Brooks, I don't want to say apologize for the bad experience or whatever. I don't want to put words in people's mouths. Anyway, so everybody was aware of what happened. On the way back, it's decided that I need to be seen by the jail staff. At that time, they asked me, I said, listen, I've got pain in my back, but it's fine. I got pain. My elbow was cut. My knee, I have a problem with my knee, but what they did was retore the meniscus. And I've had meniscus surgery, and how you know it's retore is that it actually clicks in and out when you bend it. Anybody that's had meniscus problems knows exactly what I'm saying. So this was all new. And I've got a bulge on my back. Medical grievances have been filed as of today on those two, on the back, the knee, and more amounts of blood. So yesterday, like I said, when I started, went to the bathroom. What's coming out of me is not normal. I've never had happen. There's also a fluid that doesn't seem consistent with any kind of urine or blood. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody from the urologist. So I know the people that work at the urological specialist in my Mercy Hospital Enforcement. I know 3 of you guys actually follow this program. And I just wanted to say that you girls, especially whose name starts with a T, if you guys have any information or something that you can help me with regarding the matter, and I'm saying, can a bladder pop? I mean, is it like a balloon that deflated? I don't know. I know the US Marshals and my probation officer was ordered by the judge to get medical records to see if they can maybe either have me come down there and do bladder treatment, send the chemo up here, whatever. I think that's not going to be possible, but you girls that are listening, and I know you guys are, for sure, I know you girls are, if you can have any information or help expedite the process in any kind of way, please contact Chief Probation Officer Brent Young in the Western District of Arkansas, Fort Smith Division. He is not my PO, but I don't want to give my PO's name because I've always promised him I would never say his name, and I'm going to stick to my word on that. But the Chief Probation Officer, Brent Young, would be able to handle it if that's not done yet. And I don't know that it is or not. I have no knowledge. Okay? So I want to be clear about that. It's just what is happening in my bladder right now. This was caused by me being drugged down the stairs, okay? Whether I was right, wrong, indifferent, whatever. Getting to that, okay, yes, of course, there's two course of actions you can take. Before I talk about the course of actions, I would like to speak personally to Judge Timothy Brooks. I was told that you had an order about haircut policies. I believe that's true. The jail has a policy that people cannot shave their heads because of gang reasons. Judge Brooks, I don't see a big bunch of gang members going to federal court on a court shave day. So if there's anything you can do, Judge Brooks, to at least put an order out or say that all federal inmates are allowed to shave how they want, and I don't mean to like people should go in there all crazy, but Judge, you yourself no longer have the flowing locks of hair that you once did. So you should understand if somebody's bald that you should be able to use a razor. So that's just it. That's what this whole thing came down to. Just again, one deputy, maybe the supervisor did say that, but I have been to court 5 times since I've been in Washington County Detention Center since last year. 5 times in federal court. I think it's 5, maybe 4. No, never an issue about this until this time. So I'm hoping that somebody can do that. I'm hoping so there's not going to be another problem or some jailer who's having a bad day, who's just human, makes an inmate go off, who's not going to do something peaceful, is going to do something stupid, okay? Because really, he could have made somebody do something stupid. Okay, to the Marshal Service. Now, this is what it is. This is the lawsuit, and it's there's 2 ways to do this. So the 1983, which is a civil rights violation, I don't see going that route. The other route's going to be a tort claim, is what it's called. The issue is going to be, did the Marshal Service properly train or have a policy in place that allows deputies to transport inmates back and forth to federal court, either federal inmates are either acting in compliance or non-compliance. Damn, I have it written down. That's not exactly how it is. But that's the gist of it. It's about training or the lack thereof, or policies or the lack thereof. They have a duty to protect. They have a duty to do the right thing when it comes to all aspects of a federal prisoner's life. And by the way, and this is just throwing another one in there, and I'm not, does like, if the federal marshals whisk somebody up to jail, and then they go in the jail cell, and it's full of drugs when they get high, is there duties of federal marshals to make sure there's no drugs? And I was kind of like, that's why I got violated. I was not dirty. I did lie about a false positive urine test because they then put a sweat patch on me, which I could not get around. So in anticipation of possibly using, I lied, which caused me to be here today. And quite frankly, when I went to court, I told the judge this, and I told the judge that I used when I was in jail. So I gave the 14 months to myself, more than likely, because otherwise I was not guilty of this violation. However, that's neither here nor there. I have no qualms about it. Everything's going accordingly, like I guess the universe wants it to happen, and that's fine. But there will be a tort claim coming on the U.S. Marshal Service for the failure, or that's it. It's the duty to have a policy in place that properly trains, or a policy, that either properly trains deputies or implements a policy on the transporting of federal inmates to and from court. And again, I kind of stumbled on that. I've got the paper in my hand because I've been kind of drafting it out with the help of somebody else. Tort claims are coming. By the way, all you guys listen to Blood on the Razor Wire, Chad Marks, you want to send me a letter and you got any information about this, brother, I would much appreciate you. You got 6 months to file the federal tort claim. I'm putting this out there now. You know how retaliation is, okay? And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying, and I'm talking more specifically about the jailers than I am about the Marshal Service.
You have 3 minutes remaining on this call.
You know that. So whatever. Not crying, not complaining, stating a fact. So if you got information, bro, send it to me. Help me as far as that, because I'm limited. I'm limited on any legal research, just so you know. Okay, that's what I want to put out there. If you guys can hear everybody screaming around me, commissary's here today, and take care.